Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is check my physician's orders, and he has ordered me to insert a peripheral IV lock at 2 to 10 milliliters of normal saline IV flush as needed. So I'm going to check that against my MAR, and that also says 2 to 10 milliliters of normal saline IV flush as needed. So I'm going to gather my supplies. First thing I'm going to grab is a saline lock, a J-loop, an IV start kit, and an IV catheter. I'm going to take this to the patient's room. Good morning, Mr. Brown. My name is Caitlin, and I'm going to be your nurse today. Can I start off by getting your name and date of birth, please? Paul Brown, 5'4", 19XX, perfect. And allergies? Penicillin and sulfa? Okay. The doctor has ordered an IV this morning. Do you have any questions before I give that to you? Okay. Have you had an IV before? You have? Okay. So we're going to start off by going low, and I am going to assess the skin for any impaired skin integrity or bruises. The first thing I'm going to do is get the tourniquet, just to make sure that I like the vein that I think I found. Allow those veins to pop up. Okay, perfect. This one looks good. So I'm going to get my supplies ready. I'm going to start off with my J-loop. And I'm going to get out all of the air from my flush. Oops. It's all a little fast. I'm going to prime my line and loosen the top so it's easier to get into the IV. This hospital allows you to use tape. And normally you'd use Betadine on a patient, but the mannequins cannot have that. All right, and I'm going to move the catheter at a quarter turn just to make sure it moves. And I'm going to swoop and re-scoop that since it hasn't been in a patient. All right, do you have any questions before we begin this? Okay, this is going to be a little tight. First thing I'm going to do is clean the patient's arm with our hand with the alcohol swab from inside to out. And allow that to dry. I am going to make sure that the safety of the bevel is lined up with the safety. I'm going to pull back the skin and make sure that the vein doesn't roll. Okay, Mr. Brown, you're going to feel a poke. I'm going to line this up at a 5 to 15 degree angle. Until I get your turn. Go slowly with the catheter. Pull back the safety. And I'm gonna go in with the J-loop. And pull the tourniquet. I'm going to flush that right away, and that is an easy flush. So I'm going to clean up blood. I'm going to put tape to secure it, avoiding the hub. And I am getting some return, so I'm going to go ahead and flush that. And then I'm going to put tape around. Not avoiding the catheter and the hub. And I'm going to put a piece over the top just to extra secure that. I'm going to flush one more time. And lock that. I'm going to loop it around. Put another piece of tape over. I am going to put the time, the date, and my initials, and clean up my supplies. And I am going to throw the needle in the sharps. I'm going to document that this was put on his right our hand, the time and the date and initials. I'm going to sign the bottom. All right. Do you have any questions? Okay. Do you need anything before I leave? Here's your call light. Just call if you need anything. My two nursing diagnoses are going to be risk for infection and risk for impaired skin integrity.